everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it always pleases me to do a video about Cammy, especially whenever I can show you guys that she can do very, very well in these game modes like Ages Challenge. Even after her banner has far expired, she is still a very relevant character and a very powerful character due to the kit that they put, or due to the kit that they gave her. And you know, it's something to highlight about her is the fact that she does increase momentum from her core passive up to 21%, which is very nice. Now, the thing that's really cool about this is a multiplier, right? Whatever her momentum is, it's going to increase that momentum by 21%. So keep that in mind. We'll take a look at her momentum. It's actually going to increase it by 21%. And on top of that, whenever you do her default, it'll actually apply, I'm sorry, her default here, it'll actually apply 30% momentum, right? That is a lot, guys. That's also a multiplier, which is very, very powerful. And if you look at her momentum right here, she's got about 9,500 momentum. 21% of 9,500 is about 2,000 more momentum. 30% from her default is about 3,000 momentum, about 2,800, something like that. So she can gain, you know, a good amount of momentum while you're using her. And on top of that, if you take a look at my plugins, guys, they're not even the greatest at all. She'll still be able to get this score. I mean, we're looking at very low power levels, like only 368 momentum on this. My red team suffers tremendously on this account. It's very hard for me to farm for good plugins. 1919, I mean, it's okay there. This one's 1305, right? And these are all there all the time, right? They're all there. Now this one isn't, right? This is when her HP gets below 70%, which it will, which it can sometimes, but these UE characters are very tanky. Although in the Ages Challenge, every once in a while, you know, I mean, obviously you can get low on your life. And then, you know, we do have increased momentum when defeating an enemy, which again isn't the best in the Ages Challenge because you can't defeat Yashiro, you can't defeat Shermie, and obviously you can't defeat Orochi. So not really the best. So she's really got the odds stacked against her as far as, you know, her build and the amount of momentum that she does have. We do have max stones on her, and we are using the Street Fighter set on this girl. But if we take a look at the Ages Challenge here and take a look at what I've done for old girl, she actually does have all of her nuts applied, so that way we can get that extra 70,000 momentum. So she's going to be around 79,000 and at times over 80,000 momentum whenever using her. And this really does make a huge difference, guys. This overpower also makes a big difference, and this overpower is actually very underrated because you can actually use it on certain characters that say don't have very much survivability. They can die very easy, like EX characters. And if you had nuts on an EX character, you'd give them all this overpower. It really does help them become a whole lot tankier against these bosses. They can survive a little bit longer. So whatever support you're using, if you have plugins with overpower, it might not be a bad idea to slap them on that character. Now I'm going to have Maki on the team, guys. Honestly, Maki, I mean, I did have this card set on him. Obviously, I had the full set on him. But Maki isn't going to really add a lot, guys, because I don't have, my blue team just sucks on this account, so I have no plugins for him at all. Doesn't help at all. I mean, he's got nice stones, but yeah. And by the way, I was free to play whenever I got this guy to A5. I actually got very, very lucky. Whenever he showed up, he was a free character that most people got to A3, A4. Some free-to-play players actually got an A5, like myself. I started spending money after that update, so that was pretty cool that that did happen. But you know, he will die pretty soon, guys, and pretty quick. And that's kind of the reason I put him on the team. And Maki can actually perform really well in here given the right circumstances, but in the way that I'm using him, he's just really there for kind of like moral support, just to add a little extra damage. But I really want to focus on having Maki and Cammy together because these two together are very, very strong, especially considering that Cammy is a red and Maki is in red, so she can actually stay alive even at just level 90. You guys know the drill when it comes to getting the buffs for Maki. Now, before I show you guys this run, I want to give you guys a piece of advice in here because this is something I didn't even realize you could do. And that is, you don't have to play on auto in here to keep everything turned off that you want to keep turned off on your supporting characters, right? So in the last couple of videos, I was saying, you know, turn off your 3PG, your finisher, turn off your Phantom UE skills, your EX skills. So that way your supporting characters don't use them. That way whenever you switch to them, you can use those skills. But really what you can do is you can have it on auto, turn off whatever you want to turn off. So, you know, always the Phantom UE skill, P awaken skill, or EX skill, turning them off. And I like to turn the finisher off also. And then you can actually turn it right back on manual. And what you'll notice is you don't have to worry about the default or whatever getting removed. I mean, it got removed there from these guys, But you get my meaning. It makes it a lot easier to come in here and actually play that and switch to your supporting characters. So whenever you're switching, whenever you're switching to Maki or Kazumi or Shizuru or whatever character you're using as a support, if you go in there and you turn on auto first and then remove whatever you want to remove and then turn it back on manual, you don't have to worry about your characters doing anything they shouldn't be doing. And especially you, whenever you're playing, your character won't automatically do their 3PG. So let me pull up the run for you guys. Now, I'll guide you through it, but it's really nothing major here. I mean, it's pretty simple with Cammy in this team. Literally, you're just going to start with Cammy, use her skills, run through her first, second, and third skill, try to get the 3PG, do the 3PG, right? Now, it's really important with Cammy, as I said earlier, to make sure that you use her default to get that extra momentum by 30%. That is very, very important for extra edit damage. Now, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Maki. I'm going to run through the skills and make sure there's 5 stacks there, and then I can do her default, switch back to Cammy, do her default to get that extra momentum, and then start running through my UE and then my Phantom UE skills. And as you guys can see, the damage is astronomical. Pretty bonkers, guys. Pretty bonkers. She pretty much hit 6 billion in one rotation. 6 billion. So that is pretty damn sick. Which goes to show you guys, you already can tell that Cammy can absolutely do this. And the beautiful thing is, man, I don't even have near as good of plugins on here as I should. Right now, I'm kind of prolonging a little bit because it takes Maki's buff life for 20 seconds and they're gone. So I want to make sure that I apply that. Always before you use Maki, make sure that you have 5 of those ethereal energies applied, stacks, before you use it. That way you can give, all those support buffs, that 525% attack and that 300% through active skills. But 11 billion, guys, 11 billion in 40 seconds. She's not going to do much damage now because, well, Maki's gone and now we don't have an advantage over this color. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit for you guys, show you the final score here. And there we go. Oh, crap. Let me get back over here. And boom. Okay, so 11.1 billion, guys. Pretty awesome. Cammy can absolutely tear this crap up. She can pretty much destroy the living hell out of it, but you got to get that good run. It's like everything. It took me about 3 tries of me doing that to get that run that you guys just saw, but 3 tries really isn't that much. And if you're getting those kind of scores, you're definitely going to get all the rewards out of there. Some people are telling me you don't even need 10 billion days. Some people are saying about 7 billion. But in either case, man, you can do really well with Cammy, especially if you have Maki on the team. If you don't have Maki, try putting Kazumi and Shizuru on there. If you have those characters leveled up, give them some plugins with overpower. If you have any kind of plugins that have overpower on them, that would be really, really great. I don't even think I have any plugins with overpower here. Let me see here. Click on overpower. Yeah. So, I mean, when you see plugins that have like this overpower, that is going to decrease damage received from these bosses in the Ages Challenge. It's going to increase your character's survivability big time, guys. It will make a huge difference. So for your support characters, you might want to be putting overpower plugins on them. And for your damage dealers, obviously, like in this case, Cammy, then you want to have more momentum for that extra damage. But let me know what you guys think about Cammy destroying the Ages Challenge. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody. Take care.